again, the first part with the horizon line is making sure that 0 is up at the top, and 9 is divisible by 3, so 3 is going to give you the third to give you your horizon line. The next step is we're going to start off with a ground plane, so randomly this picture is going to end up below the horizon line. So I'm just going to pick an arbitrary beginning point and just lightly go one direction and rotating it over to this side. Kind of light, but enough that you can see it. I don't know how deep it's going to be, so I'm going to make it about this distance to the horizon line. And the first block I'm going to put it to start this off is just a random decision, but I know that this L shape is going to go in this direction. To try to do the same thing with the measuring, I just need to find the center. So just crossing the diagonals, but just putting enough line in order to help me to see that center point. Once I have that center, I'm taking it to the vanishing point to the right. Okay. Very lightly. And now using that divisible section measurement right from here, from this corner to the center, just to help me line up the 2 points, and just make a mark here. That mark is just going to go back, and I'm just going to make this go back 3 times so that it's equal in that distance. So there's 3, there's 1. The next one is going to go from these 2 points, pass through here, and that's the third one. So that's as far back as I'm going to go. Okay, so that's 3 back, and I'm just going to come up 1 in the foreground. Now I have most of the drawing there, so I'm just going to extend this, line this up, extend it this way. I already have the center line, so I just need to indicate where that midpoint is going to be right here. So it's line to the vanishing point, and this is going to be extended forward. Okay, so now I have this extension. You can, if it runs off of the page, just do the opposite side. So from here to here, it's going to extend, so you can kind of see this coming up to this distance. So mine is going to be pretty large. It's going to come off the page. Here's the vanishing point to the right, like so. And this is that extension. Okay, so now that I have that, I just want to give it an arbitrary height to try to give this, I can see through this obviously, but just going to give a little bit of a height. And I'm going to pick any point, but I'm going to start off at the left. I'm going to make it about this tall. So all I need to do is find the corner of this, line up the base of the ruler here, and extend that up to there. With that point, I can wrap everything around to match the rest of the piece. So if I went to each corner and just extended that line, here's this piece over here, like so. You can kind of see these walls appearing, so I'm just going to put one more right here. And now this one, going back to the vanishing point, is going to help me wrap this piece around. So here it is going to the right. Okay, so that's this wall. This back wall is going to go this direction, line up to that vanishing point. And this one I'm going to have this line will come up to here, but I drew it right to this piece, so this corner, line up to this vanishing point, is going to intersect in this vertical line. Right here. Okay, and from this corner, coming to the foreground, we'll extend this right up. So from this corner here, just put the point on the ruler and measure it straight up. So now you can see you have this front wall. all that has to happen is that it's going to come off the page just a little bit because of the foreshortened section. Lines up here. It's going to intersect there. So now you can see that this part's coming right to this section to intersect that front piece. So you're just using it to help you wrap around this section. Right here, I'm going to take this out right there. This will be your last vertical line. So you've done the floor plan and then just elevated the image straight up. So now, using the pen, I'm just going to heavy up these lines, and again, try to get it so it goes from a thin to a thick line in the foreground. So I'm going to keep that as the thinnest line. Heavy that one up so you can see that beginning. Here's the base of this. Foreground. Here's the top of it. Here's the back wall. The back wall I'm going to leave just a thin one pass with the pen. And do the same with the top of it. Here's the corner. Back wall here. This one I'm going to make just a little thicker, heavier in the foreground. Do the same with this one. Same here. So by using that method to divide it and project it, you're equal spaces, and extends that piece all the way to the front.